Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Random Wrestling Talk, episode number 32. This episode is going to be all about AEW. And then after I upload episode 32, I'm going to upload episode 33 for Random Wrestling Talk and talk about all the WWE rumors, information that's going on, and some really good articles about what's leading into WrestleMania and giving you guys like a preview prediction video on the... It's going to be part of Random Wrestling Talk episode 33, but I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a preview and predictions in that same video for that episode. So let's go into AEW. This is actually going to be only two articles I was able to find that were actually rather important to me that I'd like to talk to you guys about. First one is actually the big update regarding AEW's television tapings. After taping at... This is actually reported by Aaron Riff from NoDQ.com. Based off of what Dave Meltzer said from what Aaron Riff got from his quote. After taping at Daly's Place in Jacksonville, Florida for the past 2 weeks, AEW will now be moving television tapings to an undisclosed location for the time being. Location is reportedly being kept private because the company doesn't want fans knowing where it is and approaching the talents. Dave Meltzer of F4WOnline.com reports that AEW will be taping matches throughout today and tomorrow for this week's Dynamite as well as Dark and future shows. A factor in the taping location being changed has to do with the city of Jacksonville setting up the parking lot near Daly Places as a major coronavirus testing center. In addition to that, hotels in the area are being closed except for essential personnel. In regards to the Double or Nothing pay-per-view in late May, it hasn't been canceled, but the status of the show is very much up in the air at this time. I have one thing to say about this. I hope that Double or Nothing does not have to get canceled or postponed. I'd hate to see that happen. I think that last year's Double or Nothing was great, number one. I mean, not great, but it was a good show, especially for a first time ever for AEW. But to have this show close up and not be done on the day of it's supposed to be taking place in Las Vegas, in MGM Grand, I think would absolutely suck for AEW. As us fans, we already know we've been dealing with it. WrestleMania, NXT takeover shows are being canceled, basically. I don't give a fuck that we're getting WrestleMania 36 on a Saturday and Sunday. This is not WrestleMania. Now, granted, I will admit some of the changes that have been made to this show seems a little bit of an improvement compared to what we would have gotten if we would have had a live audience in front of the talent, or actually having the talent in front of an audience. But the thing is that the having this show would absolutely suck because this is so far out. This is in the near the end of May, and WrestleMania happened. It was planned to happen during the beginning part of this whole situation occurring, and for it to last all the way through from February all the way up to May. During the time of this pay-per-view going to happen, I'd be astonished. Now, here's something that I could throw out there. I think will be absolutely great. I think it would be great that the fact that the Blood and Guts match, which is a War Games match, of course, being postponed is an absolute plus, because if Double or Nothing is not canceled, you could put that match on Double or Nothing pay-per-view instead of putting it on a free live show. I think that would be an awesome idea for them to actually do. So I think that would be a great match. That you could even make that the main event if you wanted to. But I'd make the world title the main event and like that as a co-main event, like in the middle portion of the show, like the halfway point or something. But honestly, as long as they keep Double or Nothing, this could be a plus for them for the whole situation with the Blood and Guts match that was postponed. So that's really all I have to say on that article. But honestly, I think it's a great situation for them as long as Double or Nothing does not get canceled. So that's just how I feel about that. Now, there was a title announced for AEW. It's called the AEW TNT title. I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to mean out of respect of TNT for them having the ability to have the match, have a championship named after TNT since they gave them a TV deal. And TNT hasn't had wrestling on their television, on their station for like forever. So, yeah. So, let's go into this. AEW announced that Cody Rhodes, and this is actually the matches that are being placed going through this tournament. So, there's going to be, I believe it's an 8-man elimination tournament. So, first off, AEW announced that Cody Rhodes will face Shawn Spears and Sammy Guevara will face Darby Allin in a tournament to crown the first ever AEW TNT champion. Which in my mind, I looked at that as like a television championship belt since it is on TNT anyway. The remaining matches will be announced, though, revealed during this week's edition of Dynamite. So, that's the first half of it. Now, we're going to get the second half tonight, of course. I will reveal that on my review and go over that with you guys. Honestly, at the end of the day, they got the right guy in there. Darby Allin in there facing Sammy Guevara. Perfect move. I believe that is a great idea. Have him beat Sammy Guevara. Sammy Guevara, again, loses another match. The guy's a good talent, but yet he loses all the time. I don't get it. And Cody versus Shawn Spears. Shawn Spears loses again to Cody. But here's the twist. Darby Allin ends up beating Cody Rhodes one-on-one finally. Because these two have faced each other twice. And in both matches, Darby Allin has lost. And now it's time for Darby Allin to beat Cody Rhodes, move on to the finals, and face whoever that might be, and have him win the TNT Championship. I think that would be a great idea. I think this is the best move they can go with, and he is a safe bet that will bring in great prestige to this championship because a lot of people like him. He's not ready for a world championship run yet, but for this title right now, I think is a great way of hyping him up and pushing him forward in his career. So, honestly, Darby Allin is my pick to win hands down. No doubt about it. That's all I have to say on that. So, at this time, guys, nothing more to say on this episode for Random Wrestling Talk episode number 32. I will be back with Random Wrestling Talk episode 33 with discussions about the WWE and the WrestleMania card and all the other good rumors and whatnot that is going on in the wrestling industry, especially in WWE. Thank you very much for watching this one. I will be back for more with Random Wrestling Talk episode number 33.